It is time for Seen and Unseen, where we reveal the stories behind the headlines. And for that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, we have seen that some of these protest weekends bring out the crazies. And, of course, Hollywood has to try to glom on and try to find some relevance in the current atmosphere.
There were a lot of celebrities out there. Laura, Kerry Washington and Pedro Pascal had to show up. And Kathy Griffin, she took to the streets to rally all the common folk in Malibu.
This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
I didn't realize democracy looked like people who just double parked their Bentleys, Laura. But, you know, there were more people working on her hair and makeup than at this rally. I mean, there are like 10 people, 10 old people standing on the edges. And by the way, there were a lot of elderly people, apparently. Axios did a story where they showed the breakdown, and it was older ladies who were the predominant people there.
Well, 40s is not older, as Sam would just say. Now, one of the biggest No Kings supporters was the Raging Bull himself, Raymond, Robert De Niro. He was over at MSNBC over the weekend on a panel, and I think he actually starting to warm up to Trump. Watch.
He has no empathy. He's an alien, and he wants to hurt this country. It's something deeply psychological in him. He wants to hurt people.
He doesn't want to meet the parents.
Is rich.
He want to meet the reality.
Yeah, this is rich. This is rich coming from Robert De Niro, that he wants to hurt. Trump wants to hurt the public. Has he watched any of his own empathetic movies?
Look at me. Look at me.
Laura, I pulled up a study, and this was a big study that the Annenberg Public Policy Foundation recently did, and they showed the rise in on-screen violence, and among actual people 15 to 25, there was like a 400% rise or 40% rise between 2000 and 2021. Robert De Niro was a big part of that. He should do some self-reflection, and amazingly, in the wake of this peace deal in the Middle East, while Trump works on a Ukrainian peace deal, this was De Niro's take on the Trump cabinet.
How they can live with themselves after what they've allowed him to do. He set it up with his, I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet, Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
Can you believe this, Laura? I mean, this is so irresponsible in this climate to call someone a Nazi and to call Stephen Miller a Nazi of all people.
Let me just say, we're way beyond irresponsible, okay? This is, and I think it's libelous because it's malice. There's real malice, and he knows it's not true. Okay, so it's malice. He knows it's not true.
Yeah.
I think there's a possibility for a lawsuit here. I don't think people should get away with this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's dangerous, especially in this environment. What a sad ending of what was a storied cinematic career, but it's very sad.
Yeah. A great and very violent actor, though. Laura, did you see Kim Kardashian at the 2025 Academy Museum Gala? I mean, we assume this is Kim Kardashian, or perhaps a stand-in in a really bare girdle. But this is amazing from a woman who has her own underwear line. Watch.
That was just a fun idea that I had. There was a shoot and someone wanted to have hair down there once, and I was like, couldn't this just be easy and have it on a thong? And so we made that happen.
You haven't told people what you're talking about.
She looked very good. I'm taking my cues from her now.
I'm digging this, Ray.
Kim did that. I look like a beekeeper. Kim Kardashian did this thing back in 2021 when Kanye was dressing her. Do you remember this? Look at this image we found. Put it up, guys. Quick.
Oh, yeah.
There
We got
is.
it. You
Is that
can't see it with your
There it is. Yeah,
beekeeper
look,
outfit
the
on.
black outfit, yeah. But she's not the only one getting a new makeover, Laura. The White House has started renovating its East Wing before that big, beautiful ballroom will
Ooh,
be
yeah. It's like a J-Dam
constructed.
hit
Look at
that.
that. They ripped the whole facade off.
That looks like a
that looks- that
J-Dam
looks-
hit that. That's like the Saddam's palace that I saw in Iraq, in Baghdad. That's what it kind of
Yeah,
looks like there.
That looks,
gonna be beautiful,
more
though.
scary than Kathy Griffin before the hair and makeup arrives. Yeah, the little pocked, a little difficult to see, but it's going to be big and beautiful when it's done. So we'll keep
Raymond,
our eye on that.
I love how you glossed over the underwear. You glossed over that. You didn't want to go into any details about the sold
That's a hairy
out
story, Laura. I decided to stay away from.
It's a sold out underwear line. This is
I know.
this is when you want to just give up. I
There
prefer
are
the
some
dirty.
things I'm not
Yeah.
willing to subject our audience to, Laura, and that's one of them.
I prefer
Kim
the dirty,
Kardashian's full
awful
pubic hair.
sweatpants
No, thank
look.
you.
Yeah, the sweatpants look.
Yeah.
The dirty sweatpants with the slipper look that young people are airports, coffee shops. I may or may not have asked someone about that trend today at a particular coffee shop. They were very nice, but they're like 15. I'm like,
Okay.
who started this TikTok trend? Was it a TikTok trend with the dirty sweatpants and the slipper look? They didn't really have an answer. Raymond,
We'll
thank
send the
you for
cameras
not.
next time.
Yeah, thank you for not sharing the in-depth look at that underwear.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.